Hi everybody, Vaping Nathan here, and today we're going to be talking about the SubTank Mini. Now, the SubTank Mini is a 4.5 mil capacity tank with a 22 millimeter base. So it'll fit all of your standard 22 millimeter mods. Show you the base there. So, very nice. Now we're going to go ahead and take her down and do a close-up and have the tank torn apart so I can show you all the different pieces. So here's the SubTank Mini, all disassembled. We have our Delron drip tip, the main body with the colored bands, which actually do come off and you're able to change them out. I like the purple, that's why I have the purple on here. And then we have the glass body, the coil, and the airflow base with the 510 pin. It is non-adjustable flat pin, so you definitely don't want to use it on any of your hybrid mods. There's not a lot of clearance and it may cause a short. Now, if you decide to get the bands, the colored bands, there's 3 that you change out. The first one is actually here in the airflow base, and this you pull out, and there'll be another one that goes in there, and then you have this one up here and this one here, and they all change so that they're all the same color. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble it. We're gonna stick the body on, put the drip tip in. There's the body with the drip tip. And then we're going to go ahead and put the coil in the airflow base here. And it just spins in. And show you the coil. There are 2 juice flow holes in the coil. And then let's see if I can get that. Yep. This is a 0.5 ohm OCC coil, and it's good anywhere from 15 watts to 60 watts. And you just go ahead and slide it in. Of course, you fill it up with juice first, which let me go ahead and fill this up with juice. The way you fill it up is right down in there and squeeze. The juice I'm using today is Kilo by, it's True Blue by Kilo. And it's one of the flavors I got in my Zample Box. It's very, very good. And that's enough for the purposes, maybe not. That should be good there. Okay. And normally, when you first get your coils, this is the replacement pack of coils. When you first get them and pop your coil out, you would want to put juice in the middle, a few drops, just to help with wicking. I also put juice in each of the holes on either side to promote wicking as well. So I'm going to take it back up to FaceTime now so we can vape the SubTank Mini and talk about the pros and cons. Okay, so that was the tank torn apart and how to put it back together, as well as the colored rings. Now, the colored rings come in a box like this, and you do get, I believe it's 4 different colored bands that you can switch out for. It's the whole set. And it's honestly not that expensive. I think I got these for under $10. But there they are. You can see you got the blue, black, clear, and there went the original red that come in it. So now let's go ahead and show you how the SubTank vapes. I'm going to go ahead and start it off here at 15 watts. Not great cloud production there, but with the Aqueous, they're calling it Aqueous ceramic airflow to cool it down. It is a very tight draw. It has amazing flavor though. And then when you originally get the SubTank here, comes in different size, or it comes with 2 different coils plus an RBA head. You get a 1.2 ohm coil, which is your mouth to lung hit, and then a 1.5 ohm coil, which is your direct lung inhale. And the RBA base does come along with this. I do not have it. I lost it. So I can't show you that. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead. You saw a vape at 15 watts. Now let's go ahead and turn it up to 20. And we're going to go the whole way up to 60 in the 5 watt increments. So much better there with 20 watts. And I am vaping that Kilo True Blue in here. It is a blueberry custard flavor and it is so good. I got it in my monthly Zample Box. At 20 watts, the vapor production and flavor is excellent. So let's go ahead and turn it up to 30 here. And the Delrin tip is actually a plastic, but it helps to keep it very cool. Even better at 30 watts, I do notice that the flavor is starting to ebb off a little bit, and the vape is getting much hotter. So let's go ahead and turn it up to 35 here. I don't think we're going to be able to make it the whole way to 60. I think we're going to get burnt flavor. That vapor though, even at 35 watts, is freaking amazing. It's blowing clouds like an RDA. Let's jump it up to 40 here. The flavor's still there, although like I said, the higher we're going, the more muted it is. Clouds, bitches, clouds at 40 watts. So now let's jump it up to 45. Actually, you know what? We'll take it the whole way to 50. Now this is the highest that you can go with the kit that I have, but since I'm running it on my Cubex 2 mod, because I like my Cubex 2 better than I like the Mini K-Box, we can take it up to the full 60 watts of the coil. So let's go ahead and take a vape at 50. Starting to get a little burnt flavor there. Let me take one more vape, and if it's still burnt, we'll probably stop it here at 50. Yeah, definitely burnt. So even though the coil recommendations say it goes to 50, I honestly think 50 is a little too much for it. I think 30 was like that sweet spot between 30 and 35 where it's not too warm but you're still getting great vapor production. So it is a nice little tank. I love the fact that it is a 4 mil capacity, and the airflow I think is honestly a little too tight with it. I think if Kanger went back to the drawing board and made the airflow a little bit looser and changed the design a little bit, it would be a much better tank. I feel like the draw is just too tight through it. It feels like I'm trying to draw like a milkshake through a straw tight. So, but the flavor production is incredible. It is one of the best tanks I've used for flavor. It gives you the truest, cleanest flavor around, and it does it every single time you use it. Like I said though, my range is 30 watts. That's right about where I like this tank. And I do like the drip tip, although I do like my metal drip tips a little bit better than the plastic, just because I got used to those now. And this is actually the drip tip off of my RDA that I'm using. And it's all personal preference with drip tips. I do like the fact that you have the glass body and then the 4 posts, but the juice does get behind the posts. I'm not sure if you can actually see that. It's not a big deal to me, although I'm like, with this tank, to change your flavor, you're gonna have to take it apart, wash it, let it dry, and then put the new flavor in, because the posts will keep any e-juice you put in here and it'll intermix. And I'm a person, I do a lot of juice reviews. I like to vape clean, true to the taste, what is supposed to be flavors. And while it gives great flavor, with that juice getting stuck behind the post, it's gonna change the flavor slightly. My only other issue with this is sometimes on like the mini K box, if you tighten it even just a little too much, it is damn near impossible to get it off. That's why this looks so chewed up, because I've actually had to take pliers to get it off of the mods because it gets stuck on there. Great vapor production though. I don't use this tank a lot just because I love my Triton so much more. The airflow's on point on my Triton, where it's a little too tight in here. But other than that, it is a good little tank. And with the mini K box and the kit it comes in at right under $100, it's a good deal. I believe they actually, you can find these on vapordna.com for $89.99. The replacement coils are about 20 bucks for a 5-pack. And then those color change O-rings for the SubTank Mini are, like I said, it's under $10. I think I got them, they were $5.99, but I got mine through East Coast. I haven't checked on Vapor DNA to see how much they are. Vapor DNA is usually a little bit cheaper than East Coast Vapors for mods and tanks and things. Although East Coast Vapors, the flavor profile for their e-juices, I like a lot better than the top shelf on vapordna.com. So I'll do one more vape here so you guys can see the clouds, and then that's going to be the end of the video. Alright, well, I want to thank you all for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and why don't you go ahead and leave me a comment below and tell me your favorite tank. My favorite tank is the Triton by Aspire, so go ahead and leave that in the comments below, and I will do a shout out on my next vape vlog, which is tomorrow. And as always, please, if you love vaping, fight for your right to vape and join one of the many advocacy groups out there. There are links below to CASA.org and notblowingsmoke.com or .org. Alright, I want to thank you all. As always, I'm Vaping Nathan, and have a great day.